The COVID-19 outbreak is now a global issue and has been declared to be a pandemic by the World Health Organization. Here is a list of countries and territories implementing a global travel ban. Canada. Borders are closed to all travelers who are not citizens, permanent residents, or US citizens. Exceptions are placed for diplomats, crew, and immediate family members of citizens with clearing a basic health assessment by air operators. The US and Canada later agreed to close the Canada-United States border to non-essential traffic. Brazil. Effective March 30, 2020, passengers are not allowed to enter Brazil except specific categories of passengers. Spain. Closed borders to non-residents on March 17. Switzerland. Borders closed to foreigners starting 17 March 2020. Norway. Effective March 16, 2020, closed airports temporarily. Foreigners are turned away and exemptions are made for Norwegians returning from abroad and for goods. New Zealand. Borders closed to all non-citizens or permanent residents, including the previously exempt Pacific Islands or temporary visa holders such as students from March 19. Denmark closed its borders to all non-citizens March 14. This includes a ban on crossing the border for all tourism, but exempts travelers with credible purpose such as non-citizen Danish residents. Belgium closed its borders to all non-essential travel on March 2020. Australia. Borders closed to all non-citizens or permanent residents from March 20. Austria closed borders for persons not having medical certificate confirming negative test for COVID-19 not older than 4 days upon entry. Turkey. Effective March 28, Turkey is suspending all international flights to and from Turkey amid COVID-19 outbreak. Turkey also closed its borders with all its neighbors. China. Effective 28 March 2020, all foreigners holding visas or residence permits still valid to the time of this announcements issued on 26 March. All specific visa regulations and entry by foreign nationals with APEC business travel cards will also be suspended. Malaysia. All citizens are prohibited from leaving the country, while foreigners are prohibited from entering the country effective March 18, 2020. Airports and airspace remain open. Pakistan closed its airports for both arrivals and departures on 21 March for 2 weeks. The date was later postponed to 11 April 2020. Saudi Arabia. All international flights suspended, except in exceptional cases, for a period of 2 weeks as of March 15, 2020. The Saudi Ministry of Foreign Affairs recently issued a statement announcing that all religious visits to the sacred Muslim sites of Mecca and Medina have to be cancelled or postponed for the time being. UAE. Effective March 19, 2020, passengers are not allowed to enter United Arab Emirates, except family members and domestic helpers of nationals of United Arab Emirates. All visas to foreigners except diplomatic passport holders with effect from 17 March 2020 have been invalidated. The decision does not apply to those who already have their visas issued prior to the mentioned date, and visa on arrival is still available for a large number of countries. Indonesia. Effective 1st April 2020, all foreigners are not allowed to enter Indonesia on all border checkpoints, including those on transit purposes. India. Effective 13 March 2020, all tourist visas were suspended until at least 15 April, while holders of these visas who were already in the country can stay, also closed their borders with neighboring countries. Singapore. All foreigners are prohibited to entry and transit starting from 23 March. Only people working in essential services like healthcare services and transport will be allowed into Singapore during this time. Thailand. Effective March 26, 2020, passengers are not allowed to enter Thailand except airline crew with pre-existing schedules, diplomats and their family members, passengers with a work permit and passengers with a waiver from PM or PIC of state of emergency. Israel. Effective 12 March 2020, foreign travelers from any country are denied entry unless a specific permit is given by the Foreign Ministry and the person can prove the ability to remain under home isolation for 14 days. Israeli citizens and permanent residents are required to enter 14-day home isolation. European Union. The European Council agreed on March 17 to ban incoming travel other than the citizens from countries in the European Union, European Economic Area, Switzerland, and United Kingdom. Long-term residents and people with long-term visa or residence permits, family members of European citizens, medical personnel, and people responsible for transport of goods for 30 days. Each country has to implement the decision on the national level. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.